Yeah. Hi. Good morning.
Good morning, Kamara.
Yeah. So, welcome everyone. Today, we are talking about the future of cooking with a food based Gen AI app that is changing the way we prepare meals. Yeah.
So, absolutely, it's an imagine an app that not only suggests recipes but also knows exactly what in your pantry and creates meals tailored to your tastes and then dietary needs.
And the cool part, it learns from your habits. If you're craving something new, it can even whip up creative recipes using just a few ingredients.
Exactly. So, is it? Uh, it's like having a personal chef who's constantly evolving with your preferences and then suggesting what food to eat and then which is healthier and which is a good alternative. And let's dig into how this app is transforming our kitchens.
Sounds crazy. Sounds interesting. Just by listening to it itself is making my tasty buds craving for food. So, welcome back to the Gemini Unplugged. We have uh, a dynamic person joining us, Ash, the minds behind Cooked, a captivating app submitted for Gemini API developer competition. So, gentlemen, thanks for being with us. Hi, Hash.
Hi Chandra, hi Rahul. Uh,
Yeah.
Actually, the first thing I would like to clear is that I can understand the confusion as the app is named Cooked, but the app is actually not about cooking at all. It actually cooked is a slang that is mostly used by Gen Z. That just means you are really struggling or having a problem. So the entire app of the idea was to there's a section in the app where you can log your daily things, whatever happened to you, and it will give you a brief rundown over what happened. It will be a mix of critique, motivation, and humor. So it is kind of a
Okay,
self-help app, but it will also roast you. That was the entire concept behind making this.
then that's perfect. It's much interesting and crazy.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's start with some introductions, Yash. Tell us about yourself and your passion for development, Gemini, and then generative AI.
Okay, so my name is Yash, and I'm in final year right now. I'm pursuing my electronics and telecommunication engineering. So I always had a thing for technology since a very young age when I was like 15, 16. That's why I pursued engineering in the first place. And so I have been learning different technologies because I love development. I wanted to create different things. And I have developed a lot of different projects over the time. And this was one of them. Actually, the motive behind making this project was like one day, one random Sunday, I was just scrolling through LinkedIn and I got to know about this Gemini API competition. So I just called up my friend and asked him, ki, should we join this? Kya ye karna hai? So he agreed on
Hmm.
that, and we thought of making a app. We didn't know what we have to make at that point, but we do wanted to join the competition. So by the time he reached my home, I just had a rough idea of what we are going to make. But the problem was only we only had one day. We have to submit the entire app in a day. So we went on a
Oh,
sprint of 24 hours and we finished the entire project.
okay. So when did you get to know that there was a competition going on?
Just one day before submission. I don't remember the exact
Oh,
date.
it's crazy,
I
isn't
think, yeah,
it? Yeah.
yeah, we
Okay.
like,
So within one day, you just cooked up.
yeah, we exactly, we cooked the entire thing in a day.
Oh, that's great, man. So it require a bit of determination to do this, or else, like majority of the people, if deadlines are so tight, they would not like to take up. I really appreciate your efforts and then determination and perseverance. Perfect. Great,
Thank
man.
you, Chandra.
So, Rahul, do you have something for him?
Yeah. So actually, I was
And
surprised
Ash,
that
so
he has submitted that.
before we take up, so we would like to tell us about ourselves actually. So as
Okay.
you know, and then as you know my name, and then so basically I have done entire career as a data scientist, and then out of that, recently for past 2 years I've been into the generative AI out and out. So now I'm a principal gen AI scientist, and also I do a bit of consultancy. So we have built an avatar life app similar to you for Google developer competition. So we just want to continue as a bit of NGO so that we can connect with people like you who has uh, worked on it and then developed something. So when you see there are crores of data scientists, like entire data scientists and developers, engineers across the world, but very few people, for example, thousands of data scientists have participated in this. So we would appreciate that. And then so that's why we just want to give a bit of push and promotion for people like you, so that it would be very helpful and you guys will be noticed in the entire crowd. So that's the main agenda behind this call, and then behind our initiative also. Rahul.
Yeah. That's a great achievement, Yash. Like in this age, you have done very big achievement. Like, and coming to know about your background and then your interest, it's really awesome that you are doing. You are taking up this task and all. But at this age, nobody wanted to do this, and but you have done that. That's first of all, I would appreciate that. And about your timelines, it is very erratic, and then within a day you are able to submit. Then that's really crazy stuff. You have done it. So congratulations for that also. And I would like to ask a question, Yash. Like, so what's your development background, and how did you connect with this project, Yash? So what made you to take up this project? What motivated you?
Okay.
Good
First of all,
question.
thank you, Chandra, thank you, Rahul, for all the appreciation. Okay, so my development background, I again, as I said, I have been doing programming since the age of like 16 or 17. Back in the days, I didn't knew all this. Like I didn't even knew there's a that this big of a market in India of software development. I just wanted to make apps. Therefore, I started learning all of these things. And for front end, I do Flutter usually for app development. Other than that, I know a few backend frameworks too. And recently, I've been learning about IoT devices too, as I come from electronics and telecommunication background. So if we'll talk about this specific application, like I have seen a few self help apps on Play Store, and like in my
Mhm.
personal opinion, I don't think so any of them is that useful. I personally think all of them take themselves too seriously. Like they just think they are there to solve a very big problem. So I wanted to create a self-help app, but I do
Okay.
not wanted it to be like just like any other app where you just put in your goals and you just check if it has happened or not. And there is one more problem that I was looking to solve. That was yes man problem. Now this is a
Mm.
very common thing. If you don't understand, I'll just give a small brief for everyone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes man problem is a simple problem that if you let's say you have five friends and all of them mostly agrees with you. Now the problem is if you will go to them with any idea or any kind of what you can say unique approach, they will always agree with you. They will always say yes, it is a good idea. What you are doing is right. But
Yeah.
this actually blocks our vision, and we do not get that critical feedback that is needed. And therefore we created this app so you can log in everything that happened to you in a day, and it will critically judge you. It will actually tell you what's the wrong you are doing, so you can at least correct it. Other than that, we also have a scoring system in our application. Initially we did not thought of it, but like my other co-developer Praful, he suggested a scoring system so a user can analyze what they are doing. And
Okay.
oh, and there are like weekly reports and everything, so you can see how if you are improving or not, and you are like doing good or not over the week.
Yeah.
So it's
That's
like an
perfect.
expert who is coming behind you every time and then saying, okay,
It's
these are the things you have done right, and this is the wrong things you have to optimize it, or you have to improve it, right? So that's how it
it
works.
is like a friend. It is more like a friend, not like an expert. More like a friend who like kind of just roasts you.
Yeah,
Okay.
sounds
Like
interesting.
yeah,
That's great, man. Um, so now let's dive into the delicious, basically your wall of cooked. Okay.
mm.
So Ash, can you unpack the concept for us and for our viewers?
Okay. So the app is actually very simple. If you will open it, if you want, I can give it like just directly show you the application, and I'll just walk you through
Yes,
what's
yes,
happening
that
in there.
makes more sense. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll be sharing my screen if I see the option. Uh, could you please walk me through how can I share my screen?
So you have an
Yeah.
option
So
to present. Is it available for you?
I don't see no option of sharing my screen here.
Yeah. I think Chandra, you have to give the option, right? Give the permission to present it. Because it's showing for me.
yeah. So guest see views, comment, post, play, spin a guest, join toes. Just a minute. I'm just checking out.
Yeah.
I think now is it visible? Just check.
Okay, I'm
I think
checking it. Just give me.
yeah.
Okay, actually, I need to like sign up in StreamYard to stream.
Okay, okay.
I guess I'll,
Yeah. So, Rahul, so far, what do you think about this app? Are you liking it, or so? How do you rate it?
Yeah.
Just for your understanding, of course, before we get into the demonstration.
Exactly. So when I heard about the idea of this app, it was really fascinating. It is like a friend who is always there and then who is judging you and then also finding out your mistakes, right? That's a very cool thing to know because we are expecting to point out our mistakes or else it will be missed out, right? So we will be thinking that we are on the right side every time, but it's not true. Again, we
Yeah,
have to tweak our mistakes and then improvise from it. So all these things is possible only if there are some people to do it, but here the app is doing the tasks.
yeah, perfect. Yeah, Yash.
I am trying to present.
Yes, yes. But Rahul, meanwhile, Ash presenting it. But what do you think about Ash or anyone who is uh, basically taking the interest and trying to participate in competitions and hackathons? So what is the message for them or message for other people who wants to follow the suit?
Yeah, I would suggest people who are studying and who are working to, you know, basically have interest in taking this kind of competition because these are the ones which is going to add weightage to your profiles, and then and also it gives a different exposure to the real world, like what is happening in terms of what other people are doing, and then how you can get to know the perspective of other people, like when you collaboratively work together as a team, and then and also connect with the people and network with other developers and data scientists, then it's really you know a learning, right? A very good learning. So I would suggest for the people like Yash and then the other data scientists, instead of just doing your daily tasks, also you must have to take this kind of competitions seriously, so that you will also be uh, getting to know the advanced concepts in generative AI as well as the most important part is the networking. So that
Yeah,
is very
it's
important for you guys.
yeah, that's a
Okay,
great take. Yeah, Ash.
Chandra, actually, there is some problem with presenting, but we have a demonstration video already recorded
Yes, yes, we can do
of the
it. No
entire
worries.
application. Yeah, so you can show that video around here. If you still want me to go through the application, so the app is very simple. There is an option of adding your logs. Logs are just basically some noticeable activities that happen to you in a day. So, like you might add 5, 10, or 15, as much logs as you want. And at the end of the day, you can generate what you can say rundown or summary of your entire day, where it will tell you what you are doing good, what you are doing bad, what you can do, what you can do better. And we are also taking a few simple things about the user, for example, their profession and their age, cause their gender, cause all these are relevant things. For example, if you're a badminton player and you entered a log that you played badminton for 3 years, so it will actually criticize you that you are a badminton player, but you are not practicing enough. But let's say you are an engineer and you played badminton for 3 hours, then it will be a totally different story. It will say you should not be investing so much of your time into playing badminton or any kind of sport, and you should be focusing on your studies. So therefore, we took all of this data also. And other than that, we also have a feature where you can see your weekly reports. And it also acts like a journal because you are entering everything that happened to you in a day. All that is stored in the backend. And you can, whenever you want, you can just go to the calendar section and you can check at what date you did what. You can also see what was the response of the uh, chatter.
So, Yash, shall I play that 3 minutes video that you
Yeah,
have
sure.
uploaded in YouTube? So let me, yeah. So before we get into the remaining, better understanding about the app, let's try to have the demonstration video.
Yes. Okay.
Just let me know whether the audio is visible. Audio is audible or not.
Okay.
Is it audible?
No, I can just hear you. I cannot.
I couldn't hear.
Just go to YouTube. And just over here, just over here, just over here, click here, and copy this. Send description.
Chandra, are you playing something? Or,
Yeah,
but we couldn't see that.
you can see the video.
Yeah. No, no,
No.
no, we cannot see anything.
Okay, okay. Let me reshare it. Just a minute. Now, is it visible?
Yes.
Yes.
So just yeah, sure. Parallelly, you can also explain. So if you want to add any points while video is being played.
Application named Cooked. You would
Okay.
know why it's
Okay.
named Cooked in some time. So let's just open the application. Okay. So the app is very simple. As you can see here, you can add logs. Logs are just basically just simple things that happened to you in a day. Anything noticeable, you can just add it here. As you can see here, I have added 5 different logs. If I want to add one more, I'll just click here. If I want to edit any of them, I'll just click on them and I can edit them. And there is a delete button on the top right corner. And but the
So I
app
can
is
delete
not
them.
just about logs. There is more to it.
Okay.
So as you can see here, there's a button down here. So what happens is when you're done for the day and you have added all the logs for that specific day, you just have to click on this button. Okay, we just have to wait for some time. As you can see here, it is generating a response based on all the logs that I have provided it. And you can see here, it is criticizing me. It is also sometimes saying something good about me, but it is being as unbiased and honest to me as possible. And this is what we were talking about. And if you are doing really bad, it will tell you exactly how cooked you are. Okay, we just need to wait for this to end. Okay, so if I'll just scroll down here, as you can see, there is more to it. It has just not given me a summary, but it has also generated different scores on the basis of what I did today. The first one is productivity, the second one is social interaction, the third one is physical health, and the fourth one is mental health. Okay, so if I'll just click on the right button here. Okay, so just for the record, all the responses that are generated here is based on your age, your gender, your profession, and of course on your logs. And if you want to add any detail, you can go to this profile section and you can add all the details here. I have one more interesting thing to show you. If you go to this section here, as you can see, this is a weekly report on everything that we did. So I was very productive on 7th of August, but I don't think I can say the same for 12th. And down here are the weekly scores. These are the average of all the scores that you got on last week. The productivity is 66, the social index is 62, the health score is 48, the mental health is 56. All these scores are out of 100, by the way. So yeah, I'm totally lacking in physical health. And down here, as you can see, there's a small conclusion which tells me, like it just sums up the entire week and tells me what I can do better. Okay, so actually we are just a team of two, and due to time constraints, we made the entire application just in one day. We wanted to add some more features that we will add in future, such as monthly and weekly reports, adding a tasks, daily task section to it. But for now, thank you.
Okay, so Chandra, as you can see here, so the app, that video that we just saw, we have actually changed app a lot since then. We have, as I mentioned, the weekly report feature. We have actually added that feature in the application. Other than that, we have also added a calendar. So if you want to look at any of your old logs of any day, you can also look there. And we have also changed our entire prompt. The old prompt was good, but it was not giving the exact response that we wanted. So we like actually it took way more time than I expected. I did not knew that writing prompt was so hard. But yeah, we have changed so many things since then, and like we might be releasing it in beta in like 2 3 days. So yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So before we get into the other questions, we just try to, deep dive into the some of the technicalities of this app. So first, from what's the inspiration for this idea? So where did you get it? So why did you choose this one particularly?
Actually, I was talking to a few of my juniors in the college, and they were just talking about some self-help app, and they wanted to create a chatbot with which
Oh,
you can talk, and it will like give you, it will help you. So that was at the top of my head, but I do not wanted to create a generic self-help app, which is just there you can talk to it and it will give you all the generic responses. So, like I too wanted to create a self-help app, but I wanted it to be a bit unique. I wanted it to be a unique, a bit different, and actually helpful. So
hmm.
I found out this problem, the yes mention problem that I told you. Like most of
Yes,
us
yes,
know what, yeah, most of us know what we want to do, or what we have to do. Like, for example,
yeah,
you know that you have to work on that side project, or you know that you have to submit your assignment. It is just that there is no one to like remind you or to like roast you or scroll on you to like do it. So we wanted to make an app which will like promote you to do all this. So that
exactly.
is how we made it.
Okay. Um, so let's talk about the technique that you have used from the generative AI. So the first point, have you used Gemini API from Google AI Studio or from Vertex AI?
Actually, we have used it from Gemini Studio, AI Studio.
AI Studio. Okay.
Yes.
So what's the prompt engineering technique that you have used? Just explain like how things have gone through. Like how did you start it? Which prompt you have started off, and then How did you go for the optimized prompt, and what is the advanced techniques that you have used? It's open to you.
Okay, so initially when we started building it, we gave it a very generic prompt. We just gave it the age and everything, and we were just trying it out. We were just trying it out with different what you can say prompts. So we wanted it to be a bit critique and a bit humorous. Therefore, there is an
Oh,
option of there are a few options in Gemini where you can tone down the where you can tone down or tone it up like temperature and all. So we're just
yeah,
testing with all of that. We were just testing the entire thing with all of that. We were getting the responses. Sometimes we were getting good responses, sometimes we were not. Like it was like kind of 50-50, but we really did not had much time to work
okay,
on it. So when we got a bit satisfactory output, we just used that prompt initially. But then after submission, when we again started working on the application, I knew the first thing we need to do is to change our prompt because that is the entire heart and soul of it. Without prompt, this is just an what you can say daily journal app. So
yeah,
and then
exactly.
yeah, so then I actually took help of some other chatbots to write
Okay,
a better prompt, to write a
nice.
better prompt, and then I exactly told it what I need and how I need it. So yeah, it right now it's giving us like expected responses 80% of the times you can say. There's still some room for improvement, and we are thinking of doing it in like 1 or 2 days.
Yes, yes. So, Ash, so fundamentally, you have started up with playing with some of the configuration parameters of Gemini, which is temperature, and then top P, top K. So, from there, you move to designing an advanced prompt. So, just for viewers' understanding, have you tried any advanced prompt engineering techniques such as chain of thought or self consistency? Or even react, or probably one shot, few shot? So what was the entire game has gone under this?
I haven't used any of these techniques. Actually, I'm not like very experienced in prompt engineering and everything. And we also had a very big backlog, and like we have to develop
Yes,
the application, we have to develop the backend. So we did not even had enough time to like take a deep research into it and like then do it. When we got a satisfactory output, we just stopped there.
perfect, perfect. So basically, as you go ahead, if you just try to get into these techniques, because that's what the prompt engineering, a kind of, if you try a chain of thought, because as it consists of multiple steps, step by step, if you want your bot to do, so that would be an ultimate step to be taken next. Yeah, sure. So that's
Yeah,
one
yeah.
suggestion from my side.
I would
Yeah.
totally consider doing that.
So, so now let's get into the one step ahead. So we have discussed about the prompt engineering technique, and then how did it go through. So, what was the architecture behind this app? So, basically, what all tools you have used for the front end, back end, API design, so everything. Just
Uh,
throw a light on.
okay, so for front end we use Flutter. We could have used React Native, but we are more familiar with Flutter, and Flutter is very good for fast development, and that was our
Yes.
aim throughout. So that's why we use Flutter for the front end. For backend, we are using Django REST framework in Python, as I have
Okay.
a lot of experience around it. So
Oh, nice.
my friend was mostly working on the front end. I was helping him through in integrating the API and everything. And I was working on the back end and I was working on the front end, but not a lot. I was just working on like integrating the APIs and everything. Other than
Okay.
that, we have added a few more charts and things to it. So we used all of those packages for the front end. And right now, actually, it is hosted. The backend is hosted in Python anyway. Like the bandwidth requirement is very low as we are just dealing with text here. So yeah, I believe like we can even uh, like we can have like maybe even 10 to 15,000 users just at a $5 plan. So yeah. Other than
Oh,
that,
right.
Gemini API. Actually, I was anticipating that we would need to pay, but it's been like or maybe 2 weeks, and our free tier has not ended yet. So I don't know for how
Oh,
long it will go on.
perfect, man. Yeah, for our app, we are still paying, but not FT. It's just five rupees or 6 rupees per day.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Yash, so I just want to understand one thing. So, when you're
Hmm.
integrating your back end and your front end, so what challenges you have faced and how did you overcome it? Because it's just one day, within one day you need to finish it off, and then always there will be some challenges in integrating, because one guy will be working on front end and the other guy will be working on back end. So basically the integration will always be a bit hectic and a bit messy. So how was yours and what all challenges you have faced?
Actually, the one of the biggest challenge that we had was the authentication. As
Oh,
like building the authentication is a like very tedious task, and it requires a lot of time. So actually, the video that you just saw right now, we totally
yeah.
found a workaround. We haven't implemented any kind of authentication in it, but still we are saving the data of different users in different ways. We like used a small what do you can say smart technique.
Yeah.
The app will behave like you all are different users, but it will not. Now we have implemented the authentication, but back then we did not have time to do it. So yeah, that was the only thing. Other than that, I have had a lot of experience in like using Django with Flutter, so it was not that big of a problem.
So is it your first project, or have you participated in any other hackathons or any other project so far?
This is definitely not my first project. Yeah, this is my first
Okay.
project, which is so highly reliant on what you can say generative AI.
Gemini and
But
artificial
this, yeah,
intelligence.
yeah, this is my first project around that. But yeah, this was definitely not my first project. I have worked on so many projects with Flutter, Django, React, and all of that.
So many projects for what? Is it an internship or
No, no, no. These all are just my personal project. Me
personal
and my
project?
friend.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. We are just building it for fun.
Yeah, but this is an end-to-end production ready project. So it would have given a great exposure for you.
Yeah, actually, like we have made a few projects. Some of them we hosted them, but they do not really took off. But actually, we were not planning to host this or like take this to like all of this level. But when we talked to a few of our friends and people around us, so they really liked the idea. They said, "Ki, yeah, they will love to try it out." Therefore, we are like planning to roll out a
Oh,
beta.
perfect. That's great, man. Rahul.
Yeah. Okay. So, so can you elaborate on the scoring system, Yash? Like what is that? And then weekly performance dashboard you were telling, and then also you told about the monthly analysis we are doing. So can you explain it about a holistic approach, what you are doing there?
Okay, so the scoring system. Uh,
Yeah.
initially, we initially we thought firstly the four parameters that you can see there. We haven't
Yeah.
just decided that this four will be the four parameters randomly. We actually took some time. We researched about it a bit. What are the four most important things? And these four, we found this four out. There were a few more, but we do not wanted to make our app very complicated and like just numbers. Therefore, we just added four parameters. One is productivity. The second is social interaction. The third one is mental health, and the fourth one is physical health, as much as I remember.
Yeah.
So yeah, these four were the parameters. And initially, we were like thinking, how can we do this? And the best way we found was just to ask Gemini API to give the score. It has analyzed your entire day, and it is like it can tell the best. So yeah, even the entire scoring system is dependent on the generative AI.
Okay, so the entire scoring system, so based on the initial prompt that you are giving and additional context, like whatever has
Yeah.
been happened so far in a day, so entire information will be given to the Gemini, and
Yes.
that is going to calculate the score and it will give
Yeah.
it to you.
Yeah, initially it was not giving us good responses. Actually, for example, there is no physical activity I mentioned throughout the day. Still, it was giving the score around 60, 70. So we have to calibrate it a little, but now it is working.
Okay. So, but have you written a separate prompts for the task one and then task two? Because these are scoring is a different task, or is it a common single prompt?
No, no, no. There is a single prompt for both of them. Like it is returning a single JSON. It consists of everything from the daily summary
Oh,
to the scores.
okay, okay. So you have written in a single prompt. So it's
Yes.
a bit it's better structured.
Yeah, it is totally structured and it is always given the correct output. So,
Yeah. So Rahul,
Yeah. So can we move on to the rapid fire then? No? Should we ask
uh,
more questions?
so before we actually move to the rapid fire, so I just want to ask one more question, Yash. So, like, how was
yes.
your experience so far? Because within one day you have done it, and what are the learnings basically? This is um, basically for our viewers who are a bit newbies, and of course, you are also still doing your engineering, but still you have achieved something. If you see from the
Uh,
software perspective, or software or either data science career perspective, if you have done some, if you have built some project, if you have built some app, and then if you had already got some project exposure, means you have achieved something. So from that perspective, I would like to request you to share your learnings or your exposure. And so what do you think the most beneficial one out of this competition, so for all our viewers?
uh, there are two most important things that I learned throughout the project cycle. The first one is key prompt engineering is not as easy as we think it is. There is a lot of things to it. It is not
That you
just
are, there you are.
uh, it is not just asking an generative AI to do a thing. There's a lot of more. There's a lot more into it. And the second thing I learned is that actually it is not that hard to integrate AI in your application. Like it was way easier than I expected it to be.
Yeah,
Especially with Flutter, it was very easy to integrate. So yeah, these were the two things that I really learned.
yeah. So what's your, okay, so I just want to add few points to your point. So normally people, let's imagine if you're working in a corporate company, so there you will have a product management team, so PM team. Okay, so normally a product management team, what they think is prompt engineering is the easiest job, even we can do it. That's how they think, because it's, they would have used GPT, or they would have used Gemini through UI, so they would think that it's pretty easy. But the complexity and the number of things that you need to handle, so that only the prompt engineer or Gen AI scientist might know. So let's imagine yesterday night I was working on one of the prompt. Okay, so initially I got very good result, and I just changed one word in the entire prompt. So initially with that prompt, what I want, I have achieved almost 99 percentage. So I just wanted to target for 100 percentage. I was just tried a slight tweak in the prompt, then it is gone completely entirely screwed up. So then I have resumed. I have returned back to the same prompt, and I got the good result. So even the minute of minute and smallest things can break or make the prompt. So that is the reason. Yes, if you know, for your information, in Google kind of companies, there will be separate a wing of prompt engineers. They will be working on day in day out to give a optimized prompt. If you go to the Gemini API, there you will see prompt templates. Okay, so these
Yeah,
all these prompt templates were tested thousand times, beyond thousand times, and then they'll put it. So in addition to that, in US and Europe, so in majority of the countries, for prompt engineers, they're paying very heavily, like it's 3 lakh dollar. So do you think the prompt engineering, like now, but people think the prompt engineering is the most easiest job. If they think that way, so why the companies are paying that FT packages?
Yeah, no, totally, totally. It is like a whole thing. What one thing more that I would like to add into it that what I personally observed was the more accurate, the more precise output you want, the harder it gets. Like if you just want to generate an image of a cat, then it will not be that hard. But when you go into like when you dug deep and when you want an exact output, when you want the
Yeah,
same output each and every time, it gets hard and hard and hard,
yeah,
and eventually you will hit a roadblock where it won't be as easy as just writing it out, and yeah, there will be a whole thing around it.
yeah. There you are. You have learned. So yeah, that's exactly. So when your task is becoming complex and complicated, your prompt should be simple and straightforward and structured also. So you are able to get good result because you made it little structured, so that LLM, it won't be that difficult for LLM to just process it through. See, because LLM is not human, so it will use grouped query attention. So if that has to be worked well, your prompt should be nice and neat and tidy, clean. So, and I think you would have done it well. So that's the reason we can see the good result. So we would appreciate in that, Rahul.
Yeah. So that's great to know that you have learned good amount of prompt engineering, and then yeah, hopefully you will try out all the advanced prompt engineering techniques also in your. By the way, that future in the future when you evolve the app, uh, parallelly you will do the prompt engineering, and you will try to identify new prompt engineering techniques and apply that and experiment with that and enjoy, have fun. And now we'll try to get
Yeah.
into the
So
rapid fire.
yeah. So, but before that, like, what is your so while we what have you felt excited when you started working on Gemini API, because you are a computer science engineer and basically you're doing the computer science engineering, and now you have put your hand on most advanced technologies in present scenario. Probably tomorrow, after 5 6 months, it won't be an exciting. It won't be in the most advanced technique, but at this moment it's an advanced technique. So what was your thought process that time? What was going on in your mind?
Actually, initially, when we started working on that, we knew how to create the front end, we knew how to make the back end, we knew how to get all these things to work together, but we were not very sure about the AI part and will we be able to even achieve the output that we want. So, but slowly and steadily, we worked on that. And personally, as I said before, I thought it would be hard to integrate the entire thing. But yeah, Google Gemini API documentation is really good, and it was totally not that hard. And it was actually pretty exciting to work with AI. And I actually didn't knew that there's an entire studio where you can like test out your prompts and it will give you different kind of outputs. So yeah, that was very new for me.
I think it's $1 million learning for you. And so, how are you liking Gen AI now? So,
Actually, I'm now more keen to making projects around it. I would actually like to learn more. And as I said, I'm an electronics and telecommunication engineer. So I'm also thinking of like making one or two more few projects in the future, integrating it around IoT applications.
and it's a serious question. Are you thinking about pursuing career in AI?
Uh, that is a hard thing as I do not have much experience, but yeah, if I get the opportunity, I'll totally go.
Yeah, that's yeah. So I would request or I would suggest you to take up the career, because you have done it something, and then probably you will have much more fun. So because as a principal, I'm handling 5 to 6 projects, and every project is exciting, exciting. So basically, uh, because of those projects, the adrenaline rush I'm getting, because the each project scope can will consist of multiple projects within it. So basically, I'm enjoying each and every moment working with multiple projects in Gen AI, and that too, it's pretty advanced. So everywhere I need to come up with a new techniques and all. So I'm enjoying it. Just try to explore and have that fun there.
Okay, I will, Chandra.
Yeah, Rahul, rapid fire now. So Rahul will shoot you with rapid fire questions.
Okay. Yeah, let's start with the rapid fire then. Uh, So, Yash, if you had to choose between debugging code all night or solving a real life puzzle, which would you pick?
I might pick a real life puzzle. I do not really like debugging at all, to be very honest. Like that is something we have to do, but like not my favorite thing to do.
Okay.
Okay.
So the next one, would you rather debug code through a dream or have to eat a line of code every time you made a mistake?
If it's a lucid dream and I can control it, then I would like to debug actually. So at least I would know what's going on there.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. Yeah, Rahul,
So, if you had to explain your project to a 5-year-old kid, how would you do it?
in 2 lines.
Ah, okay, so the app is that kind of friend that you would not like to have because it always criticizes and roasts you.
Thanks for being
That's
honest.
crazy.
Yeah.
Would that person will
Yeah.
take it?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite programming language?
Uh, I have mostly used Python. So, like Java was my first language. Other than that, I have mostly used Python, but recently I have been writing C a lot. So
So, what's your
it is
favorite?
actually it is actually hard, but I might go with Python.
Yeah, we are also.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why?
Like when I'm working with Python, so then there is no like I do not need to care about the syntax and everything. Like I can focus on what I am developing, what I'm making. Other than that, like how memory management, all that thing that comes
Yeah,
in play when
agree.
you are using C, C++, and all of those languages.
Yeah,
It
you
is
got.
slow. It is slow and pretty, and people do complain about it. But other than that, I don't see any problem. Python.
Yeah, so you got the grasp of it. Yeah, Rahul.
Yeah.
So, if you could time travel and meet a famous computer scientist, who would it be, and what would you ask them?
Uh, if
Yeah,
I can meet anybody, I don't think so. I need to time travel. Like I would like to meet Steve Wozniak, and he's still alive, so I don't think so. I need to like time travel. What I ask, that is a very difficult question. uh,
but so the famous computer scientist for you is still alive, so not the older ones. That's great. Your inspiration is in this generation, right?
like we have grown up learning about Steve Wozniak,
Great.
Linus, and all of these people. So
Yeah. Yes. Linus Torvald. So other
yeah,
person, even I admire him. So what's the
yeah.
funniest coding error you have ever made?
Funniest coding, and it's always like as I said, I write front end in Python and back end in Flutter. Flutter uses Dart. So Dart is a very strict type language, and it is like a compile time language. And Python, you do not even need to care about all that. So when I go from writing Python to Dart, I am making so many mistakes around it. Like yeah, it gets very hectic. So it mostly happens when I'm like let's say I haven't written Dart for like 1 2 months, and now I have to make an app. I go back to Flutter, and then I make so many mistakes there. Like even simple semicolons and things because Python in Python semicolons and all these are not a thing. But there,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah,
Yes.
it's
Yes.
hard to
Yeah.
juggle. It's hard to juggle between a static and a dynamic language.
Exactly. Agree. Yeah. Wrong.
So, if your app could write a song about itself, what would the lyrics be like?
Hmm. Uh, it is actually very hard. If you have heard a song named "Another One Bite the Dust" by the Queens,
It could be
Mhm.
like I wanna follow you. I wanna follow you.
it would be more like "I want to roast you."
Roast, roast you, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so now the next segment here we have is this or that. You need to choose one.
Okay.
Okay. So, would you rather have the ability to control weather or power to speak to the animals? What do you want? I will bless you.
I might take controlling the weather, so I can
Why?
I can make it rain and take a day off whenever I want. It's easy.
this is this is a bit risky. So, Ash should not be a no climatic scientist.
Totally, totally not.
Yeah, Rao.
So would you prefer to be able to time travel to the past or the future?
Ah,
Yeah.
definitely I will choose future. Like you can make loads of money by traveling to future.
So you don't want to change your past.
Uh, what happened has happened. Who care? Like we cannot do anything about it.
No, if you have a
Think, think
power
it,
to
think
change
it,
it,
think it like this. You travel to the future. You download the entire Llama 10, and you come back to 2024, and now you have the most powerful AI with you right
Hmm.
here.
that's a
That's
good take.
brilliant idea. Yes.
Would you rather be able to fly or invisible?
I would choose invisible.
Why? So,
Flying is not that big of a deal. Like you can fly by sitting on a plane, but you cannot be invisible.
okay, you can go behind the wall. You can be invisible.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
would say, yeah.
that's okay. That's a good one. So, but what will you do after you're invisible? Basically, what do you want to achieve? Because you have chosen that.
Uh, I don't think so. I should be answering this one. But yeah, there's a lot we can do when we are invisible.
Yeah, I think those are all very secrets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Rahul.
Okay. So would you rather have a unlimited supply of your favorite food or be able to teleport anywhere in the world?
mm.
I might choose teleport here.
Okay, why?
Like, what more do you want if you can get visa-free access in each and every country in the world?
Teleporting is an ultimate. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Would you rather have the ability to read the minds or the power to control objects with your mind? Read minds
Mm,
or control the mind?
I would choose control the mind.
Okay. So then, so you
Again,
can become the prime minister of Bharat.
I can ask my computer what's wrong with my code.
Okay, till that extent you're thinking. I thought you just want to control everybody's mind and then you want to be the prime minister.
No, 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 I'm not that villainish.
Yeah, Ram.
Okay. So would you rather be able to speak any language or be able to understand any language?
Don't you think it would be weird for both? Like if something is coming out of my mouth and I myself cannot understand it. So I think I will choose like
Both.
understanding the language.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good thing. So, would you rather be able to live forever or have unlimited wealth? So, if you want to live forever, there won't be wealth, poverty. Other
And
one
then
is unlimited wealth.
I would choose unlimited wealth. Who want to live like poorly for the rest of their lives?
Okay. So, would you rather be able to create matter or destroy it? You want to become the creator or
Or the
destroyer?
destroyer?
Or you want to become a creator and destroyer?
uh, like I would say I would want to create a I want to become a creator maybe. I would want to create matter. Like
Okay.
that would be very useful. Like we live in
Yes.
Earth and Earth is a very resource sensitive place. So yeah, creating matter would be much better than destroying it.
Okay. So would you rather have the ability to change the past or the future? Again, this is
Change,
connected
change.
to the previous question I asked, but
How
this
can I
is
change the
slightly
future
different.
if it has not happened yet? How can I change the future if that has not
Imagine you
happened yet?
have a time traveling mission. Imagine you
Okay,
have
I
a
can just
time
go.
traveling mission.
It's connected
Yes,
with the old question.
Uh, okay, I would change the past. Like, uh, there are a few things that I
Okay,
would like to change.
okay.
but you
Would you
told
rather
it's
be able
not
to?
required, right?
But now
Uh,
it's.
I'm fine with anything.
Yeah. So would
Okay.
you rather be
Okay.
able to live underwater or in space, provided that you are given powers?
This is. I might live underwater actually.
Hey, why
Like,
so?
how many opportunities do we have to go to space? Like, I have to reach the space first. If I want to live in the water, I can just go to a lake nearby and just like dive in.
Okay. Rahul, you? Would you underwater or space?
Definitely, I think there are water is also available in the space, right? So I'll go to space and then stay under the water.
No, no. I'm talking about the space. Space.
Definitely,
Not on
it's
the planet.
space.
Not on the any other planet and underwater.
Yeah, yeah, definitely it's space then.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Yash. So thank you for serving up a truly innovative project for us as well as the viewers, and a lot of new data scientists would have gotten a bit understanding about it. So for our viewers, so would you like to give a message, like basically what do you want to convey to them? So will you advise them to participate in hackathons or these kind of competitions? By doing so, what they can get it? Can you give any advice for our viewers who are fresh to the market?
Okay, so I myself am like a final year student, so even I do not have much experience. But let's say somebody is in first or second year, I would strongly suggest them to like join as many competitions as they can, take up as many responsibilities as they can, lead in as many projects as they can. Like that is really helpful. Like I am able to build this app because I have worked on the same technologies before this. So yeah, the more you develop, the more you know.
You're on mute, Chandra.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Ash. It's pleasure connecting with you. So it's like-minded people. I really like, the people who love to do these kind of things and participate in competition and try to learn new technologies. So that's the reason. So we are with you today, and so in future, at any time, if you want to collaborate for some or other thing, or probably after optimizing your app, you want to make one more demonstration to our people just to showcase what you have done, because you have put a lot of work, and like people should also know what you have done. For anything, any collaboration, we just one ping away in WhatsApp, and so we'll always help you out, not only from this perspective, any other. So no need to worry about things, and then just be in touch with us. And thanks a lot for connecting with us, Ash. Rahul.
Uh,
Yeah, best wishes for your app, Yash. So fingers crossed. So if you need any help in the future regarding the AI, also you can approach us. We are there to help you out. And then, yeah, hope your project gets recognized by Google people. Yeah, stay. Let's hopefully wait for that moment.
so thank you, Rahul. Thank you, Chandra, for inviting me here. One more thing that I would like to mention is I actually looked into your demonstration that you have posted on LinkedIn, I guess. Actually, I really liked your idea. I like it is very unique and it is also very helpful. So yeah, I would like to
Yeah.
mention that. Actually,
Yeah,
it
thanks a
was
lot, Ash.
I was really impressed by the entire idea.
Yeah, thanks, man. So, guys, for our viewers, I just want to let you know that. So, I would drop Ash LinkedIn profile ID, so where you can reach out to him if you have any additional queries, and if you want to connect with him and understand his project much better, you can just ping him in his LinkedIn. So I will add it in comments and as well as LinkedIn post. Yeah. So thanks a lot, Yash and Rahul, for being part of this webinar. And pleasure is all mine. And we would collaborate in future. See you guys.
Great. Thanks so much. Thank you so much for this opportunity, Chandra. Good day.
So to our viewers, don't forget to check out the tutorial link in the chat. Follow the fantastic developers for future culinary, for future advanced tech creations. Until next time, keep on coding, keep liking, and then keep on commenting and keep subscribing. Till then, see you. Bye bye.